The TBJ of Hoops and Brews. Was this the best game offensively you've ever had?
I don't know. I don't know. I scored 50 points, but I missed some good shots tonight. I feel like I could have made a few more. But I mean, I felt great. I felt great. It was a fun game for sure.
Hey, Kevin Durant, Cameron Buford, LA News Observer. I got a question totally irrelevant to this series. The Seattle on the 13th of May is having a meeting to try to bring back the Sonics. Would you lend your name to any or give any support to that effort to bring the Sonics back to Seattle?
I mean, since I've been in the league, since we left, I've been screaming that team needs to go there. So, yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. We're going to reach out to you, big guy.
Man, I'm sure somebody just seen that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that too, man. It's a good question. For the city right there. I like that.
Yeah, I came to see you play up there 2008, I guess it was, before you guys left, man.
Nice.
So that'd be good to get the Sonics back to Seattle,
sure.
and I'm hold you responsible for that.
Man, I'll take it.
Hey, Kevin, the point you made earlier this week of like all the work you do behind the scenes to stay at this level consistently, what do you think is key in that routine, and what is kind of the day-to-day with that?
First, it just starts with mentally preparing to, work on my skills, on a day-to-day, and it's you can ask any NBA player, it's tough to, especially when you've been in it for so long, to keep doing the same things over and over again. But, those what brings results. So, it's just pretty simple. We just get up, get shots up, and focus on the game when I'm at home, see how I can be better throughout the game. Just always just trying to be a student, to be honest. That's just been my approach.
Kevin, Chris with Fantasy Sports Cave. Obviously, you had a good offensive game, but let's talk about the defense. Can you talk about how your defense flew around today? I know there was one possession where they doubled you, turned it over, but you sprint back and blocked Gallinari. Could you talk about the effort from all of you guys defensively today?
Damn, Pat Beverly with another 14 rebound night. That's crazy. But I think, we held them 39% shooting, which is a win for us. They out-rebounded us, but I think we just made them miss tonight. We made them miss. We made Lou Williams 3 for 21. Damn, I didn't know he was 3 for 21. That was a great job by Clay, Andre, just making him see bodies and hands. But we just try to make every one of their looks tough. I think last game they were just a little bit too free in their movements and their actions that they call, coming downhill, not really a body on them, shooting open threes because we're leaving guys. So I think tonight we just locked in on more so individual game plan for each player.
Tomer Zarla from Clutch Points. Kevin, since you joined, the Clippers are one of the few teams to push you guys to 6 games. What can you say about them when they were predicted to get swept by most?
Well, whoever predict anything about basketball, you can't predict this game. Like, you can try to make assumptions, but anything can happen, and we expected that, especially with this group. They might not have the huge names, but they got players that can play on any team in this league. From top to bottom, from Gallinari to Pat Bev to Lou Will, who was all-world scorer, to Montrezl Harrell to Garrett. From the down the line, they got just solid players, and we knew we had to play our A game for us to have a chance because they well coached. They're not going to stop playing, and they have fun playing with each other.
Hi, Kevin. Some of your teammates did not have great series or particularly great games. When that happens on nights like tonight, do you recognize that very early on and take it upon yourself to compensate for that offensively?
I just keep on humming no matter what. I just play my game through it all. I think, I definitely don't want to go away from my teammates if they're struggling to shoot the ball. Still keep them in the game, but at the same time, be aggressive and try to win the game as well. But we trust in all our guys, and like Clay, Steph. If they're not making shots early, we're still going to try to find them and get them going. I think they do that with everybody. If I'm not going to start the game, we all trying to look for each other. We play a team game. When everybody touches the basketball, we're in good shape.
Logan Murdoch, NBC Sports Bay Area. Kevin, you guys only have one day until your next game against the Houston Rockets. How do you recalibrate and for a team that as well rested as they are and are ready for you guys?
Well, in the NBA, we pretty used to this schedule where we play a game, then a day off, then another game. We pretty much do that all year. So it's pretty, it's just our routine. So hopefully we come to play.
Kevin, right here. Eric Pingus, Basketball Insider's Bleacher Report. You sort of touched on this a moment ago, but this team has some high power scoring, obviously, some of your teammates. How do you balance that? When do you know? You talked about when to be aggressive. Is it a feel? Is it how the defense is playing you? Maybe the team needs it. How do you find that this is my game, I need to be the one to take those shots instead of Steph or Clay?
I just never know until the game starts. It's just a flow. I just can't really explain it. If the game is it's just a perfect balance that we have. We've been playing with each other. We know each other. We have good chemistry. And I know when Steph's going. He knows when I'm going, and Clay, and all the way down the line. So, we sacrifice shots for each other. We sacrifice opportunities for each other. And I think, coach and everybody on the team kind of knows how the game is being played and who needs to touch it and what we need to run the offense through. I think everybody has a good feel and an IQ for the game each night.
Shelley Smith from ESPN. I know you told Doris that you were lost in the game, thinking about possession, just getting the next possession. When did you realize that things were going pretty well for you, especially in the first half?
I feel like every night goes well for me, that I'm healthy and I get to play. And I get to, just dive deep into the game. I mean, miss and makes, they happen. But usually when I'm in it is when I'm following the defensive game plan to the T, when I'm flying around on the defensive side, and we all in communicate, all on one string. I think that's usually when I'm in the game.
Anything else?
Farboat Clips Nation. So Coach Kerr mentioned that the Clippers brought the best out of this Warriors team. Can you mention what they brought out of you?
Well, the physical defense was one of those things. They got multiple guys that don't give up on plays. Especially with the movement that we have and the shooters, the guys that run around the three-point line, they didn't really give up too many easy shots, and it starts there with them. I've seen them all season. They play everybody tough. They get into everybody. They pick up full court. They into your hip on pin downs. They going over the game plan, they adjusting throughout the game. I think they're just well coached. They play extremely hard, and they put together a good group of guys that can, do multiple things. Lou coming off the bench never really complained about minutes or anything. He just know he's going to play and play his game. So he's the guy that's kind of the head of the snake, and Montrezl Harrell as well. So those two guys had phenomenal seasons, and definitely became more. I was always a huge Lou Williams fan, but even more of a Lou Williams fan after this series, and Montrezl Harrell and the whole team. But those two guys really stood out to me.
Kevin, you know in James Harden's games over the years, what does it take as a team to minimize the fouls and getting to the free throw line, and what things does he do to make that difficult?
I think even more important than the free throws, just that's not his whole game. He can do everything. He can. If you're not focused, he can drive past you, hit you with the shoulder because he's strong, finish either hand. He's shooting floaters now. Obviously, the step-back three-pointer is one of his staples, but I never really believed he was just a free throw guy. He can score in a variety of ways. So we have to be locked in from the beginning. You can't fully stop a guy like that. You just got to be ready to play him tough all game.
Hey, Getty, Josh with SB Nation. When you're going into the playoffs, would you prefer playing a series where, it's a 4-0 sweep, a little bit easier for you, or would you rather have a series like this where you were tested and you guys were battling?
I mean, obviously, we would love to win 4-0 every series. That would be ideal, but we know it's the playoffs, so it's not really going to happen that way. But I think just everybody in this locker room has been through every type of series, so we just prepare for anything. But definitely would love a sweep for sure.